All right, guys. So today we are going to be making our spaces flashcards. All right. Last time we made lines. Today we're gonna make spaces. So just to review, remember when you're making your flashcards, you want to make 5 lines. So I'm gonna use my ruler real quick. Matter of fact, I'm gonna use my metronome, the straight line of the straight edge side of my metronome to make 5 lines. Remember, we always count the lines starting from the bottom to the top. So I'm drawing it from the top, so that'll be line number 5. All right, it's line number 4 here, line number 3 here. All right, remember, if you got line cards, go ahead and don't skip the lines. Line 4, or sorry, it's line 2, and then this will be line 1. Okay, you want to do the same thing. Say if you don't have flashcards, just get those white sheet of paper. Line 1, try to get these lines as even as possible. Or that would be line 5, line 4. This is line 3. All right, line 2, and then this would be my line 1. Okay, so remember, the next thing we need to have is a treble clef. And the way that we draw a treble clef, remember, you can draw a 6. Make sure that you curve around that second line for me. All right, go ahead and make a D there, and then from that D, go ahead and draw down and make a J. Give me a fancy little curve. All right, and so you're gonna do that for 4 more or 3 more cards, so we can have 4 total. So we should have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's start with our face cards, or our space cards. All right, so remember, spaces, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we already know that this line always is G, so that's going to be our helper, right? Our indicator that this is G. All right, and what I want to do, I want to figure out what this space is right here. And since this is G, I'm going to go up in the alphabet. All right, so if this is G, remember, after G in the musical alphabet, we start over with A. So boom, that space, that second space would be A. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a note in between those 2 lines. All right, and I know that this is A. So on the back, I am going to write A, and I'm going to memorize that. All right, cool. So now I want to figure out what this first space is. This line we already know is G, okay? So if I go down on the staff, that means I got to go backwards in the alphabet. And if this G, this has to be what? Yes, you guessed it, F. So I'm going to draw a note in between those 2 lines on the space. Then on the back, I'm going to put F, okay? So I got this space, I got this space. Now I'm trying to figure out what this third space is. So I know this is G, and we just figured out that this was A. And if this space is A, if I go up to this line, I'm going to go up in the alphabet. That would be B, yes. And if I go up to this space, I go up in the alphabet, and you guessed it, yes. It would be C. So I'm going to go ahead and draw a note in between those 2 lines. Then on the back, I will, the back of this one, I will put C, okay? Last card. So we got this space, which is F, this space, which is A, this space, which is C, all right? Then I want to figure out what this space is, all right? So I got G, A, B, C. If this is C, this line has to be D. And if this line is D, this space has to be E. Yes, because I'm going up in the staff. So I got to go up or forward in the alphabet. So I'm going to draw a note on that 4th space, and to signify that that is E. All right, so what you're going to do, just like you did with your lines, you're going to memorize. You're going to think, oh, this on 3rd space, this is on 3rd space, must be a C. All right, this is on the 1st space, must be a F. This is on the 4th space, must be an E, and has to be an E. And this is on the 2nd space, has to be an A. You want to try to get those as fast as you can so you can be ready for your note identification game. All right, you guys are awesome, and you guys rock.